stop hyping up Jacob Fatu. Look, the guy just debuted last week. He got to take out the WWE champion Cody Rhodes. I mean, the guy just debuted. There's a lot of maybe smart marks that are fans of his, got to see his stuff in the indies. Me personally, I didn't get to see his stuff in the indies. Now, I may have seen a couple of his moves in the indies. He looked very impressive, very impressive athlete, but all Samoans are athletic. He's just another, your typical average Samoan that can do the headbutts, that can do the super kicks, the Samoan drops, the, frog splashes, all the typical Samoan moves. He's no different. But one thing I can say about Jacob Fatu is he has stage presence. And he's definitely a looker when he comes out to the ring. He does a good job of being menacing, looking dangerous, looking like a threat. And he's only meant to be Solo Sikoa's enforcer. Now, I was hearing things about him having a different name. Originally, he was not going to be called Jacob Fatu. He was going to be originally called, I believe, and this is a terrible name, by the way, but he was originally going to be called Seizure Sikoa, I believe. Now, that's a horrible name. That's a name that you give to someone that you're going to bury. Just keeping it real. That's a name. If they gave him that name, he would be dead in the water. Point blank. Right from the jump, he would be dead in the water, buried 6 feet under. And when Solo Sikoa debuted, and he was the enforcer for Roman Reigns for the Bloodline, he was a decent enforcer. He was undefeated for a while. I wish Solo was undefeated still. As he's in this role as the tribal chief, and now he has a new enforcer in Jacob Fatu, and he's only made to be in that role. Jacob Fatu is not going to do Solo. He's not going to overshadow Solo. He's not meant to do that. And guess what? Triple H and the creative team, they're going to make sure that Jacob Fatu only plays his role. All the moves, all the crazy, fancy moves that he got to do in the indies, I guarantee you they're not going to have him do all those moves in the WWE. He's going to be limited in his moveset. Now, if I were them, I would not have Jacob Fatu do the super kick. I would not have him do the Samoan drop. I would have him differentiate his moveset from a Jimmy Uso, from a Jey Uso, from a Solo. Have him do the Uranagi, the Uranagi Slam, whatever that move is called. Maybe have him do a moonsault here and there, but there's plenty of guys that can do a moonsault that is about his size, like an Ivar, Kevin Owens, a Keith Lee. There's plenty of guys that can do what Jacob Fatu does. So I don't see much difference or much uniqueness in his moveset. It's no different from Kevin Owens, Ivar, even a Bronson Reed. You feel what I'm saying? So what's really going to stand him out is his personality. I would not have Jacob Fatu ever talk. Don't ever have him cut a promo. If he's going to be the enforcer for the Bloodline, the new Bloodline, he cannot speak. It's the same thing with Solo. Solo was good at being the mystery assassin of the group. He was good at just being quiet, the silent type, dangerous, threatening. That's what Jacob Fatu got to be, but I would have him be a little bit unpredictable, right? Don't have him be this calm, cool, collected guy like Solo was in a Bloodline. I would have Jacob Fatu never cut a promo, but instead he's more unpredictably dangerous, meaning he just attacks anybody at any given time. He don't care who it is. He throws caution to the wind, you know, and he's just someone that you got to always look out for, right? He's not going to think before he acts. He's going to, hunt, like a lion. He's going to basically be that type of character that he'll hunt for his prey. He don't care who it is. Do not expect much from Jacob Fatu. Do not keep hyping him up. The more you try to hype him up, the more he's going to flop. He just debuted. You got to put him through some litmus tests to see how he does. Right now, he's just an enforcer for Solo Sikoa. He's not the next Roman Reigns. He's not even the next Umaga. A lot of people are comparing him to Umaga. Now, yes, there is some resemblance to Umaga in terms of his facial expressions, how he moves. But listen, Jacob Fatu got to be Jacob Fatu. That's how he's going to get over. He's not going to get over by being the next Umaga or just being someone that replaces Roman Reigns. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be putting these guys on a pedestal for so long, thinking that they're going to be someone special, because just because they're someone special on the indies, that does not mean it's going to translate well to the WWE. You know what I'm saying? You got to give Jacob Fatu time to figure it out, because he's never been on the big stage before. He's never been exposed. He was not in NXT. Okay? He was never in AEW. He was never in TNA Wrestling. So this is the first time where, the mainstream audience is ever seeing a Jacob Fatu. And for most fans, you're just now seeing him for the first time.